Artificial intelligence demystified.
So picture this. You're in a vendor demo. They're showing you this AI assistant that's going to transform your service desk. And they say, and I'm quoting here, "It integrates natively with your ITSM, your knowledge base, your monitoring stack, and your HR system." And everyone in the room nods. And you nod. And then someone asks how, and the vendor says something like, "Proprietary connectors with a robust integration layer," and everyone nods again. And you have absolutely no idea if that means it's solid architecture or 4 interns with duct tape.
Yeah, and the thing nobody said out loud in that room is the word MCP.
Which I have definitely seen in briefing docs and definitely skipped over.
Today, we fix that. MCP is the reason that demo either scales or falls apart in 6 months. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we get to MCP itself, we need to spend 60 seconds on something called tool connectors. Because MCP only makes sense once you understand what problem it's solving.
Go on.
An AI model on its own is actually quite contained. It knows things from its training, but it can't look things up. It can't take actions. It can't read your live data. Tool connectors are the bridges that change that. They let the model reach outside itself to do things like search the web, read a file, query a database, raise a ticket. Without them, the AI is just a very well-read person sitting in a sealed room.
Okay, so every time an AI does something useful in the real world, there's a tool connector behind it.
Basically, yes. And here's the thing. Until recently, every one of those connectors was custom built. Someone had to wire the AI to each tool individually. Every single time.
That sounds expensive.
It is, and fragile. And that's exactly the problem MCP is designed to solve. Hold on to that. Because MCP is what happens when the industry gets tired of rewiring the same room over and over again. So, MCP, Model Context Protocol. Plain English. It's an open standard that defines a common language for AI models to connect to external tools and data sources. If the AI speaks MCP and the tool speaks MCP, they just connect. No custom wiring required.
Okay, what does that actually look like?
Think about USB. Before USB, every peripheral, keyboard, mouse, printer, camera, had its own unique plug and its own unique port on the back of your computer. You needed a different socket for everything, and nothing was interchangeable. Then USB arrived and said, here is one standard connector. Any device that follows this standard plugs into any computer that follows this standard. MCP does exactly that for AI and tools. Before MCP, connecting an AI to a calendar, a ticketing system, or a database meant custom integration work every single time. MCP says, agree on the standard, and the connection just works.
So it's like, no wait, it's more like, if I build a tool that speaks MCP, any AI can use it, not just one specific AI?
Exactly, that's the unlock. You build it once. Any compliant AI picks it up. And look, this part of the analogy does break a little. USB is a physical connector standard for data transfer. MCP is a communication protocol for context and action. What tools exist, what they do, how to invoke them safely. So the standardization concept is bang on, but what gets exchanged once the connection is made is genuinely more complex than shuffling files.
Fair enough. Okay. Here's the one I've been sitting on. If MCP is just a standard, why can't everyone already do this with normal APIs?
That is not a dumb question. APIs let two specific systems talk to each other. But someone still has to write custom code every time to make that connection work for a particular AI and a particular tool. MCP goes one level up. It defines not just how to call a tool, but how an AI should discover what tools exist, understand what they do, and invoke them safely. In a consistent way across every tool and every AI. It's the difference between every city designing its own road signs versus the whole country agreeing on one set of signs. APIs are the roads. MCP is the highway code.
Huh. I genuinely thought it was just a fancier API. I would have said that in a meeting.
Most people would. That's exactly why we're here.
All right, let me try this. MCP is a shared standard so that AI tools and AI models can talk to each other without someone having to build a custom connection every time, like a plug-and-play thing for AI.
Close. Sharpen it like this. MCP is an open standard, like USB for AI, that lets any AI model plug into any external tool or data source without custom integration work each time. If the AI and the tool both speak MCP, they just connect.
That's the one. I'm writing that down.
2 sentences. Drop it in any vendor conversation and watch who actually knows what they're talking about. Here's where this gets real. A vendor is pitching you an AI assistant for your IT service desk. They say it connects to your ITSM, your knowledge base, your monitoring tools, your HR system. You're about to approve budget. The question you need answered is whether those integrations are brittle, custom-built one-offs that break every time a source system updates, or whether they're built on a standard that will actually scale.
So what's the one question I ask?
So, show me which of your integrations are built on MCP and which ones are custom. And tell me what happens to the custom ones when the source system updates.
Oh, that's uncomfortable. I like it.
A good vendor smiles and walks you through it. A bad vendor starts talking about their robust integration layer again. And now you know exactly what that means.
Next time someone in a demo says native integrations with a robust connector layer, I'm asking that question and I'm watching their face.
Next episode, we get into what happens when AI agents start talking to each other, and nobody told you there was a whole system running in the background. Multi-agent systems. It makes MCP look like a warm-up act.
See you then.